you should show my work in the streets of Miami.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you do your best every day, maybe somebody next to you is not going to see your value, but somebody else will.
Único artista del mundo autorizado por Disney para reinventar sus íconos. Y también el artista que ha decorado las paredes de presidentes, reyes y leyendas del pop. Su arte está en todos los parques Disney del mundo. Ha colaborado con Coca-Cola, Barbie, F1, Apple, pero su impacto no termina ahí. Romero Britto ha sido invitado a la Casa Blanca por varios presidentes. Ha recibido reconocimientos de reyes y primeras damas. Su arte cuelga en los palacios de Europa. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, el rey Carlos de Inglaterra, la familia real de Mónaco, todos han coleccionado su arte. Incluso el rey del pop Michael Jackson encargó piezas únicas. Y pensar que todo comenzó en Recife, Brasil, en una casa humilde con 9 hermanos y una madre que hizo lo imposible. Romero pintaba sobre cartón y periódicos, pero en su mente ya existía el palacio que años después construiría.
So we're here. This is an original Brito. So when he first moved to Miami, he would sell these in the streets here for $50 or $100. Now this piece is selling for over an original Brito.
Desde Miami, su arte se exporta a coleccionistas de todo el mundo. Brito Central es hoy una máquina que imprime sueños, enmarca emociones y despacha historia.
Did you ever imagine your work would have this kind of global reach?
Well, not really. I mean, the one thing I always wanted to do is to change my life and share my art with a lot of people. But I realized that the more I worked, the more I did, the better it became. You know what I mean? So I usually tell people, it's like the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hoy su firma vale millones. Su arte ha llegado a más países que muchos presidentes, pero su obra más grande es la vida que construyó con sus propias manos. Esto no es solo arte, es una historia de inmigración, reinvención y visión empresarial. Es la prueba de que una pincelada puede cambiarlo todo.
Let's check out this huge palace together.
Esto es Cómo piensan los millonarios.
El podcast que les tenemos hoy, el episodio de hoy es increíble. Estoy aquí afuera del palacio de nuestro invitado. Quiero que vean el tamaño de este lugar. Ahora, el invitado que tenemos hoy es el artista más grande del mundo. No puedo pensar en alguien más en este momento que es más grande que él. Literal, él ha trabajado con Disney, ha trabajado con Bentley, todas las marcas que te puedes imaginar. Ha hecho arte para Michael Jackson, el rey de Inglaterra, y la lista continúa. Bueno, ven conmigo y vamos a entrar al palacio a ver qué hay adentro. Hello.
Hi, welcome to Brito Palace.
Oh my God, look at this. You guys gotta come see this.
Come in. So welcome. This is Mr. Brito's biggest collaboration with Disney.
Yeah.
It has been going on for about 30 years now.
All right.
You will see here, he's the only artist who is able to change the colors of the figurines. And you can find this in every park, every Disney park in the world.
Wow.
You can find his work in every Disney park in the
To
world.
collaborate with Disney is gonna be.
It's, yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's
yes,
huge.
Yes.
All right.
And this is our, he has a very, he's very friendly with the royal family, England royal family. And so this is our take, this is our crest, our royal crest, Brito Palace.
So he's actually done that for the royal family? And
No,
he's-
I mean, I'm saying the royal family, they have their own crest.
Okay, oh, wow.
Family crest, and then we have ours.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah. And this is about 12,000 square feet of space. It's our gallery and also an event space. We host a lot of events for nonprofits. Andrea Bocelli was here recently. Kids OR, we did a big one a couple months ago. And so this is a rotational gallery. So these are all pretty new pieces that we have here.
Okay.
Except for the Dream has been here for a while. This is the sparkle. It's called Diamond Dust. It's our take on our sparkle. We created here.
Wow.
Yes, he was inspired by a friend of his to create the
You guys
diamond
create the
dust.
sparkle here. Wow.
Yeah, we have our own sparkle.
No
and you see
way.
a lot of our work.
It's kind of
we
like
have
the Willy Wonka.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So he was having a dinner with a friend of his, and who said, "We are all, we are all made of light," and while looking at diamonds, and that inspired him to create
Cool.
our diamond dust. This was, I think, one of the most important pieces. I would say. I think they're all important, but this is one of his first works. This is from 1987. He used to paint on newspaper. Wow. Why? He could not afford canvas. He couldn't afford paint. He used to sell this on the streets for $50, $100
Here in Miami.
in Coconut Grove.
In Coconut Grove. So we're here. This is an original Brito. So when he
Yes.
first moved to Miami, he would sell these in the streets here for $50 or $100. Now this piece is selling for over $500,000. An original Brito right here. Now you see this beautiful piece. I want you guys to guess how much this is selling for. Come here. I want you guys to see the tag. The World Landscape, $2 million. Ahora, lo que me encanta de este artista, Brito, es que él ha convertido su arte en algo tan popular que él ha podido trabajar con literalmente todas las marcas que te puedes imaginar. Por ejemplo, ha colaborado con la marca de Chiquita Bananas, con el F1, ha colaborado con Disney. Entonces, yo no puedo pensar un artista que ha llegado a este nivel y tan popular por todo el mundo. Cuando vienes a Miami, literal, puedes ver su arte por todos los malls, por todos los edificios. Él ha convertido su arte y la ha puesto por todo el mundo. Y realmente no conozco otro artista que haya llegado a este nivel. Por eso estoy súper emocionado de poder entrevistarlo aquí en mi podcast.
There's a photo of him, as you can see there.
Yeah.
And this is our old studio. This
Yeah, I visited it. It was in Wynwood, right?
in Wynwood.
Yeah.
So the story with this was that he was having some friends coming from Brazil, big, important friends coming from Brazil, and he decided to make that wall look nice, and he painted all black and put some stickers on it.
Yeah.
He came back the next day, and they had vandalized the wall.
Yeah, the graffiti.
The graffiti.
Yeah.
And then he went to Home Depot, bought some spray can paint, and added over that the hateful words and wrote words of hope, fun, and then took a photo in front of it. We had a few, it was a limited edition and it sold out quickly. And then he felt like they were onto something, and then they created this collection
Wow.
out of that.
Perfect.
Yeah. This is also our offices. We have about 50 people working here.
50 people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is much bigger than his Wynwood warehouse.
Yeah. This is the well, by the way, these are all the organizations that he has supported through the years.
Okay.
We have a lot more. We just don't have the space for it. It hasn't been updated. And this is also the Michael Jackson wall as well. He's a collaboration that he did with Michael Jackson to benefit the victims of 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And
What is that?
do you want to know who the artist was? Take
Michael
one
Jackson.
guess. He's on the wall.
Michael Jackson.
No. There's another person with Michael Jackson.
I don't know.
I shouldn't say person.
Yeah. Who?
Oh, that was the monkey out there.
Oh, the monkey.
Yes.
Where's the monkey?
Right there on that wall.
Oh, on that
I'm sorry,
side.
yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
Bubbles did it.
And is that for sale? I'm sure.
It wasn't. He purchased that.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's not for sale now. No, that's part of his collection.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's insane.
You can see here that he had a spot on the map of Brito, our exhibit in Neverland. He was a guest at Neverland.
He was a guest in Neverland.
Yes, he was.
Oh wow.
A Dolce & Gabbana event that he painted hand painted all these bags. And he also painted that dress
For the show.
It sold for $1 million.
Hey, rápido, antes de seguir con el episodio, ¿sabías que puedes empezar a vender en Amazon sin necesidad de inventar un producto o gastar miles en inventario? Estudiantes lo están haciendo todos los días usando el modelo de negocio llamado wholesale o venta al por mayor, y los resultados hablan por sí solos. Alicia ya está generando $9,600 al mes vendiendo productos de marcas reconocidas. Y Yuracy, que ha superado los $10,000 mensuales. Y no necesitas experiencia previa para comenzar, ni ser un experto en marketing, ni tener un gran presupuesto para comenzar. Te voy a enseñar paso a paso, desde cero, con un video de capacitación 100% gratuito. Para ver este video, lo único que tienes que hacer es escanear este código QR o hacer clic en la descripción de este video. No dejes pasar esta oportunidad. El mercado en Amazon nunca ha estado tan abierto como ahora para nuevos vendedores, pero tienes que saber cómo hacerlo de forma correcta. Entonces, si estás buscando crear una segunda fuente de ingresos o simplemente estás buscando ser tu propio jefe, esta es la oportunidad. Escanea el código, haz clic en el enlace y nos vemos en el video.
It sold for $1 million. Wow. Yeah. Remember a $1 million dress. Look at
That was some party I would have liked to attend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, I mean, that's also some
Yeah.
of people who have been here, some of his friends.
Él ha hecho arte para el Papa, para Obama, para Pelé. Tienes Maluma, Michael Jordan, Carlos Slim, Whitney Houston. I mean, la lista continúa. Yeah.
And this was Michelle Wu, who commissioned him to create this piece. He wanted to bring vodka into the U.S.
Got it.
and he was looking for unknown artists.
And so Absolute was new into the US and
Yes.
was looking for unknown artists, and then that's how,
Yes,
and they put the marketing behind that.
exactly.
Got it. And
It
then
was a perfect
boom.
combination, you know.
Wow.
Yes.
And obviously everyone knows Absolute now.
Absolutely, yes. Here, I mean, the Holtz Children's Hospital, he's was commissioned to create these beautiful pieces. This is the South Africa 2010 World Cup,
Yeah, I remember.
and
that
also
one.
the Brazil World Cup 2014 World Cup with Pelé,
Wow.
and
He's in the
and
carnavals.
Ronaldinho, yeah. This was the halftime show, the Super Bowl halftime show with the Cirque du Soleil.
Mhm.
The Olympics in Brazil. He carried the torch through his hometown, Recife. This is Carnival in Brazil. That's his son with him
Oh.
in Way.
As you guys can see, he has worked with and his pictures with the most important people in the world right now, like Clinton, Obama, Hillary, insane, Bush, all the presidents. There's a picture with Bono. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Huge. With the King of England. Insane. I can't think of any artist that's done this. As soon as you get to Miami Beach, which is so smart, because as soon as you drive in, you see them.
Installation he has done this
Yes, with the billionaire
with
in
a
China.
yes, and it's in his office in China. That is,
The
this-
billionaire's office. Whoa, it
It-
looks like the Star Trek.
it's
What?
It's what it is.
That's sick. Wow. Yeah, he's the owner of a video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the billionaire of China, he created this video game, very popular, and just blew up. And that makes sense that his office looks like the Star Trek ship. That's so rich.
That dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Gee. Also in Brazil is the biggest amusement park in Latin America. It's all Brittlized.
It's all Brito? Wow.
Yes,
What
it is.
city? Do we know?
Yes, I think it's Florianopolis.
Oh, Florianopolis. Oh, I was just there.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was just in Florianopolis. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I wasn't there. I was
Oh.
in Florianopolis. I didn't know.
Oh, that's funny. Wow,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
a coincidence.
Yeah, I love Brazil.
But you're not Brazilian.
I'm not Brazilian.
Oh,
no,
no.
but
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's so sick. He's got his own amusement park. Bet you didn't know, but one of the biggest, the biggest amusement park in Latin America is Brito themed. The whole thing is Brito in Brazil. Insane.
He's encounters with the royal family, with the Pope.
Barbie's done a collaboration with Barbie.
So that Barbie was for the Brazil World Cup.
Wow.
Yes, which, by the way, they sold out within 2 hours. Yeah, I think they made 1,000 of her, and they sold out.
Of
Of the Barbie,
Of
you
Barbie
see,
dolls,
yeah,
yeah?
yeah, we have the little Barbie dolls, yes,
from his cup.
from his cup. These are all the families he's friends with. The Arisons family, the Bushes, the Slims, Allison Walton.
Yeah, that's the owner of the Heat and the Royal Caribbean. I know his daughter.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, it's so nice.
For you guys to show too,
Yeah.
this flag was flown over the U.S. Capitol in honor of this building, in honor of,
Oh wow! In honor of the palace.
yes, in 2021, at the request of Marco Rubio, at
Wow.
the time a senator. This is our lunchroom, which is, I guess it's pretty cool to look at.
Okay.
I don't know, I think it's so pretty. So,
A little burger. Nice. It's a whole operation. Yeah. Wow. I'm so impressed.
yeah, it's much bigger than everyone thinks, or, you know,
Yeah.
when you first walk in, you don't know what you're going to see.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh my gosh. That's also a good feel. It's also always a good feeling, right, to be surprised in that way.
It just gives you so much.
Credit cards, Wilson, Puma, Burger King.
Wow. I didn't even think of like doing like. They just come to him. I'm guessing to a point, right?
They come to him.
They come to him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
Gets to the
But
point.
how fun though to have a credit card
Credit
like
card.
that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a
Yeah.
credit card like that.
It can also be a collectible, you know?
Well,
like
yeah.
after.
I'm sure people don't throw it away
Yeah,
after
of course.
they,
So smart.
expires. Oh yes, this is the Barbie.
He's even done collaborations with Barbie. I can't think of it. He's gotten every brand I can think of.
Yes, there are quite a few.
Yeah.
This is our accounting department. So you see all of our departments are pretty much on this floor.
Oh, very busy.
Yes, they are. This was one of his first pieces with Disney.
Wow.
Oh, it's a print of that. This is our CEO's office.
All right. That's a cool office.
Yeah. A lot of ideas.
A lot.
A lot of ideas. This is what he wore for during the Olympics to carry the torch through his hometown.
Wow.
So we have the actual torch and his outfit, badges. That must have been such a cool experience.
Yeah.
You know, to experience the Olympics in that way.
Yeah.
You know,
To just come from just an idea and to blow it up like that.
incredible.
The
right?
golden ticket, Brito Palace.
Yes, the golden ticket. We have our golden ticket.
He's literally the Willy Wonka of the generation, for sure. And then this is where the magic happens.
That is, so we do everything in-house, framing, shipping,
Yeah.
and we're entering now, this is the framing department. But this is, you can kind of, I think this wall sort of summarized a little bit in a more, some of the collaborations on this, the licenses.
Para mostrarles qué tan grande es este artista, les quiero mostrar todas las marcas con las que él ha colaborado. Tienes Bentley, Barbie, Coca-Cola, Chiquita, Nespresso, Philips, Visa, Burger King, y la lista continúa. No puedo pensar en un artista que ha llegado a este nivel, de trabajar con tantas diferentes marcas, haber conocido a todos los presidentes del mundo, todos los artistas, increíble. Miren, acá tienen la colaboración que él hizo con Disney.
So we can follow the yellow brick road. as you can.
The yellow brick road. Yes. Oh, wow.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
We have our.
So creative. Acá sigues el
So, oh, you want
follow the
to?
yellow brick road onto the Wonderland.
So here, like I said, this is our framing department. So if someone wants to come and choose their frames, we
Yeah.
have options. I will show you out there. We also have here. I can show you because you get to. This is our shipping department.
Well, we're here where the magic really happens. Here's where they do all the packing, the delivering of his artwork. On the other side of this warehouse, which is the size of what you just experienced, it's full of art. How many pieces you said we usually have there?
Oh, I don't know the number.
14,000?
No, the space is
Just-
about
yeah,
12,000 square feet.
12,000 square feet of nothing but artwork that way that gets shipped out all over the world. And this is why they have the piece right here, the dream, because he made his dream happen. All right, now, y para mostrarte también, él, claro, ha convertido sus carros en piezas de arte. Aquí tienes el Rolls Royce y el Ferrari. That's when you thought it was finished. You're right. There's a whole gallery up here with even more incredible art pieces. This is actually insane.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
This used to be his son's, the stuffed animals. His son's 35 now,
Yeah.
but he couldn't, he couldn't get rid of it.
Oh.
It has a lot of sentimental value. We have music on all day.
What?
The
Yeah,
music, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Jenny. Jenny, David.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you, Jenny.
Nice to meet you as well. Sorry, my hands are free.
It's a-
Hi,
it's a-
Jenny. Nice to meet you too. Nice to be recording. Okay. Welcome to the Burrito Palace. I'm sure you're
Yeah.
hearing how lively it is everywhere.
Yes, yeah. It's mind blowing how much this is done and how much work it's here. And when I thought it was finished downstairs, when we come up here, it's like, nope, there's like a whole nother gallery here.
I always like to ask, what did you think you were gonna walk into?
Just a couple pieces, him, this is like, his literally Willy Wonka, and this is the Chocolate Factory.
Even better.
And Alice in Wonderland at the same time.
All of it. And you.
So people only have one, he has so many of them. All keys to the cities, North Miami Beach. Wow.
And this is our research and development. And some of the, we're working on different projects here. You can go in, it's fine. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, man? David. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi.
What's up, guys? What's up,
Yeah?
Dave? Nice to meet you. David, nice to meet you. Hello. Hi, David. Nice to meet you. Wow.
Yeah, so they are working on a few things, as you can see.
Yeah.
And Miguel will be the best to answer your questions.
These are going to be like soon in all the stores.
Okay. So we have Miguel here, the head of licensing for Brito. So what usually gets picked, or how many brands do you guys get, coming to you guys asking to be part of Brito?
Every day is different.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the imaginable. Like every day, like not only brands but also like celebrities.
Yeah,
that
celebrities
are,
too.
like a lot of times releasing like new brands and stuff. So
Yeah.
a lot of celebrities are coming in too. Like,
Really?
they wanna do, like, yeah.
Wow.
Printing department.
The printing department.
Yes.
Okay.
Only a couple of people get to go in there. We have to keep this room really clean, dust free. The machines
that's
are
where the
very
machine is there. Got it.
This is his early life in Miami and also in Brazil.
Acabamos de terminar el tour del Palacio de Brito. Ahora nos toca sentarnos con él personalmente y comenzar el podcast. Y hemos tenido la suerte, ven conmigo, de que nos han dejado hacer el podcast aquí en el medio de su galería, aquí en el Palacio. Ahora Nos vamos a sentar con Brito y vamos a comenzar con las preguntas.
Well, we're here with the one and only Brito. Thank you for having me.
No, of course, a pleasure.
I had the pleasure to tour your palace, and it is actually mind-blowing what you've done. It's so impressive. Romero, my first question to you is, you sold art in over 100 countries, partnered with brands like BMW and Disney, and even painted for the Super Bowl. Did you ever imagine your work would have this kind of global reach?
Well, not really. I mean, the one thing I always wanted to do is to change my life and share my art with a lot of people. But I realized that the more I worked, the more I did, the better it became. You know what I mean? So I usually tell people, it's like the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. You were once described as the most licensed artist in history. How did licensing become such a big part of your business?
Actually, it was meant to be because I wanted to share my work with so many people, and how I could do it without, being able to collaborate with. I mean, there's no gallery that could give an exposure for an artist,
Of course.
to the amount like when you do like the opening ceremony of the Super Bowl, or when I first did Absolute Vodka ad campaign, because Absolute Vodka ad campaign definitely was the cornerstone. I mean, it was the best thing that happened to me, because that way, so many other corporations saw what I was doing, and I was able to, work with different companies as I did, and from Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, to name it, Disney, and so many other companies, and launch of cars, and fashion, like, yeah, so many things. Absolute Vodka was amazing, and I always want to share my work with a lot of people, and I was great to collaborate. It's been great to collaborate with a lot of corporation, and because they have such a rich, so. Recently when I did a project with Chiquita Banana, Chiquita Banana is billions of bananas. So it was a global thing, so millions of people saw my work in their home, like right there. And you don't have to move to go to a gallery or to a museum or go to another city, because there's so many cities in the world and cities in America that they don't have, access to go to museums, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody can just, stop their day, a mom or a dad, and say, let's go to an opening. You see that happening more, cities like New York, LA, maybe here in Miami. Here in Miami, there's some people that go to opening, but, for you to bring, a piece of art or a picture of an artist's work, to the middle of a home, to the kitchen, like when I mentioned Chiquita Banana,
Yeah.
but so many other projects that I've done that it's been really amazing.
I can't think of any other artist that has reached as many people as you have, has worked with as many brands as you have. So you say your main goal with everything just been to get your art seen by as many people as possible?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to share my work with as many people as possible. The larger audience, the better. And I was never shy about that, because it would be so sad, for any artist to do a piece of art and be hidden and nobody be able to see it. And, it's, of course, I'm very happy to have my work in amazing collections, amazing people living with my art, the original paintings. But I like the idea of multiplying, be able to reach as many people as possible.
You would say the collaboration with Absolute really helped you with your career on getting out there on the global status? Because, I mean, you've collaborated with Coca-Cola, Absolute, Apple, Bentley, and Royal Caribbean. How do these deals usually start? Sure. Is there is it strategic, or it just happen organically?
It's very organic. I mean, we definitely don't reach out to people. People will reach out to us, and it's been such a blessing, that we don't go out there to be like seeking people. So they come to us, and they ask if I want to do a project or not. So basically that's how it worked.
Your work has been collected by celebrities like Madonna, Michael Jackson, and even political figures like Obama and the Dalai Lama. What does it feel like to have that kind of cultural impact?
Well, I mean, for me, it's a huge happiness to know that, my art is part of the everyday of so many incredible people, out there. And yeah, I mean, it is really special to know that my art, is like, with so many homes and private collections and things like that. It's fantastic, is a dream for any artist to feel that way. I mean, but there's so much more to be done. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's a lot. So
That's what I love about you. Anyone would have stopped maybe at the Absolute campaign, but from what I see, your work ethic, I can't believe it. What drives that? Because there's so many milestones that you've hit in someone that's trying to do art. What keeps you wanting more?
well, I mean, definitely, it is like, how could I not do it if I have an opportunity to do it? You know what I mean? And I definitely, I'm very, you know, in love with my art. You know what I mean? And it's such a great opportunity, as I say. And I think a lot about my past. I think about, I think about the present and the future, and all that together, inspires me to come to the studio and do my art. So, and the team that I have, the team is really special. They're like, I love the idea of having people around me, all the time. And then, so many things happen, so many discussions and inspiration and all that, and friends and travel and so many things. So yeah.
Beautiful. Most people see the color, enjoying your work, but behind this is a serious business machine. How did you learn the business side of art?
Well, I mean, the business side. I mean, I really don't enjoy very much this side of the business side, but it's been a survival. And I think when you do your best, that's what happened. I always do my best, with any situation, with people that's been supporting my art, with collectors, friends, supporters, cooperation, because in the end of the day, relationship is super important. And once you lose that, I mean, it's really bad. So I went to the as far as possible to make sure that I don't lose, respect from those people.
Got it.
And my friends and things like that. And I think that, relationship is everything. So, and that's, goes along. You try all your best. And here we are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to show my work in the streets of Miami.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you do your best every day, maybe somebody next to you is not going to see your value, but somebody else will. Of course. That's one thing about the world that we live today. There's so many people that can make a difference in somebody else's life. If it's not me, can be 1,000 other ones out there. But in the end of the day, I always tell people, don't cut yourself short, not doing a good job, because if you do a good job, people are gonna want to have you. But if you don't do a good job, how are you gonna show to somebody next to you that I have a potential to help you, and I'm here, and that person's gonna want to hold you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Holding me, like keep you, do anything to keep you. But if you don't do a good job, the person next to you is gonna say, you know what? I think you need to go to the next stop. Do you know what I mean? So you need to make sure that the check depends on you. If the body depend on you, you like don't need it. You don't need it. You need to make people need you in a good way. Like if I'm very helpful to whatever I am, and then people's gonna want to help to keep you. If I do a good job with the whatever, for a collector, I don't. I do more than less. That's the idea.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, at what point in your career did you realize that this is more than art; it's a brand? Because your mind of branding is, I can't think of anyone else that's done this.
I actually never thought about my art as a brand.
Yeah, okay,
I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh my God, you're a brand, you're this, you're that." But in the end of the day, the more I think about, yes, I mean, like, there's family names out there. That's a
course.
brand. If you know what I
Right.
mean,
Personal brands.
Rockefeller,
Yeah.
like so many names.
Yeah.
But I never really thought, okay, I'm doing my art. I'm gonna be a brand like
Okay.
a artist. You know what I mean?
Organically.
It just happened. Actually, I have a very interesting conversation with someone that I became friends, and then he ended up becoming the CEO of the organization.
Yeah.
His name is Lucas, and then he said, "Oh, Romero, you're a brand." I was like, "Ah, I don't want to think about it as a brand. I'm an artist. I mean, like I do paint. I'm very lucky that people relate to what I do.
Of course.
Because if they did not, I wouldn't be here sitting right here next to you here talking about whatever you ask me."
How big is your team today? And what does the business structure of Brito Incorporated look like?
Well, I mean, it's too many people. It's a lot of people, and many times it's like, oh my God, we need so many because we have the stores, we have here, we have the Lincoln Road, so we have a lot of people. It's like more than 100 people. I don't even know because I don't. I
Yeah,
don't
you
do
are
people
all over.
every day. We're hiring people, so
Yeah. Would you say, just give me a round number? How many?
More than 100.
More than 100.
Yes.
Yeah.
More than.
Yeah. I mean, in here, I think you have over 50 people just in the palace, right? How did you manage your licensing deals, collaborations, galleries, and still stay creative?
Well, I mean, again, I'm very lucky. Everything started with me, but
Mhm.
you cannot never do the thing by yourself.
Yeah.
I have a great team. So I have lawyers, I have like agents, I have agents, you know, different countries also. I have somebody that handle all that here, but I have elsewhere as well. So, which is very helpful. You need to work with people. You cannot do things by yourself. So I've been very lucky through the years to collect this amount of people, that I can count on.
Have a good team and have trust on them, so it gives you more time to focus, obviously, on the creative side, you would say is.
Because everything starts from a painting, I mean,
Of course.
whatever you see, it start from a painting and then goes to become a sculpture or be like something. So,
What role does your intellectual property play on your business, and how did you protect your brand?
well, everything that I do with, contract with lawyers and it was like, it's a myriad of things, so it's not like just happen, so you have to make sure that you take care of that.
Has anyone tried doing that before in the past, and you were like, okay, I have to make sure that my art.
People try all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, when you become successful, everybody want to copy you,
Mhm.
emulate you, and that's unfortunately, but it's like it's a blessing and a curse. I mean, because the more successful you become, the more people wanted to hurt you or take from you, steal from you, all kind of stuff. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, so that goes getting the right team behind you.
yes, it's very important to have a right team.
Do you have a strategy when choosing brands to collaborate with? What makes you say yes or no to a
Well,
partnership?
I mean, I really like the idea of work with companies that they have, like when I did Absolut Vodka came with a story. They
Yeah.
have Andy Warhol, they had Keith Haring. The CEO had this already. He loved art, and now he's in heaven. He passed away several years ago, but he definitely was someone very culture.
Yeah.
And so when I did Absolut Vodka, it was not just doing Absolut Vodka. I did Absolut Vodka, who had already a tradition to work with incredible artists.
Yeah. How was that? How did you feel? Like,
Oh,
from a-
amazing! I mean, it
Yeah.
was a dream
To
come
put
true
with
to
Andy
be
Warhol.
part of that collection.
Yeah.
And that was a very big push to my art. And so I work with companies that are very beautiful and they have a history, like Coca-Cola, like Pepsi-Cola, like when I did, all the projects I do with Disney and so many other ones that I select. I mean, that I'd say, okay, we're gonna work with that company, and then we do it. So.
All right, that brings me to my next question. How does your artwork get priced? Is it intuitive or strategy?
Well, the price of a piece of art of any artist is the less or the more, or the more demands, the more people are willing to pay for a gallery or collector, the more people, and there you go. I mean, it's just, and time, is, you cannot, create a history. Like if I start painting today and I couldn't tell you, I did my first piece of art and tell you, hey, I charge you so much for this piece of art. There's a story and there's time. Time doesn't just happen like that unless you discover you just by accident today you discover the cure of cancer and you're not a doctor or a scientist and then you become famous overnight.
Yeah.
Or you just marry somebody super rich or you win the lottery and then you go like boom. But it doesn't happen like that.
So it's just, we just say, it's just work over the years that's made value for your art. Because
And then
I know your originals are selling for quite a penny.
And the story, what happened to you, and the life doesn't end in there.
Yeah.
The history and the process of the whole journey of an artist or a piece of art, and when the artist pass away and then become even more
Yeah.
special because now the guy is no longer around.
Yeah.
And
Limited
so,
supply.
and then there's nobody else doing art, and then they don't, and it's over. It's not like a car manufacturer that like Ford. He passed away quite a while, and Ford is still like out there on the road,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be for a long time in the future, probably. So it's different when you're an artist.
Yeah. Would you say then just getting your art everywhere, creating the demand is kind of obviously made more value to your original artwork because the demand for it, obviously, it's insane. And your supply obviously goes down, obviously, when the artist passes away.
There was a time that I was showing my work for $50, $100 in the streets.
What has been your favorite project so far and why?
Well, I've done so many. All of them are very special. If I imagine if you asked my mother when my mother had 9 kids, right? If
Yeah.
you ask a parent, who's your best kid, it would be very difficult to say because, each one of them, they have their uniqueness and special. So when people ask me which was the most meaningful project that I think like, wow, it was when I did several paintings. Was the inspiration was education, and I did for United Nations, and it was large murals and became stamps, poster stamps. And the reason why was because we're celebrating education. Without education, how can you do anything? You know what I mean? And yeah, I think people need some sort of education to read, to write, to be able to go through this journey that's life, and be able to grow, understand how things work. And so I was very proud to do that project, and be asked to do it by UN, and because it was involving education. Education.
Have you had to walk away from a deal because it didn't align with values or your brand?
Yes, I did. I mean, unfortunately, I cannot mention the name of the company, but I did, and but I did. Yes, several.
What inspires you creatively today compared to when you first started painting?
What inspired me today? So much more, because there was a time that I was, by myself. When I moved to Miami, I didn't know a lot of people. It was very challenging. You know, of course, there's all sort of different challenge as you life goes by, but it's different. So I think there's so much more. I'm able to experience so much more that I can put in my art, and I'm much older. I feel more mature. Some people think that I'm like 28, but I'm not.
Yeah, you haven't changed.
So, but I have a little bit more experience.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do you create every day now, or are you more selective with when and how you paint now?
Well, I mean, listen, I have so much work for me to do it. The
Mhm.
problem is about the time to do it, because, if I'm not in here, I cannot do my art. Of course, that I wake up in the morning and everything is around my art. And there is not like some people that they go, like they leave their job and they say, you know what, I'm over, and now I'm like, you know, there's work and there's their personal life. My thing is all together. You know what I mean? I can be anywhere. And if I meet someone that is like, okay, and they want to talk about my art, I'm talking about my art.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't. From the restaurant, from the plane, or whatever I am. I'm talking to people, and if they want to talk about my art, I was like, fine, let's do it.
Okay. So how do you keep evolving your style while keeping it recognizable?
Well, I think what happened is that if you understand the art of, well, let's say, not comparing myself to Picasso, but let's say that if you know a lot about his work,
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to see from far away, from different moments, who is the guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think, if somebody is studying my work and go back in time, and they can, I think a lot of time what people think is like I only, do the colorful, the perfect, and this and that. But there's so many moments in my work, but you can always see the DNA of my art there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for somebody that really, kind of understand or really enjoy my work or really into the art, they're gonna be able to see from far away. Like Domenico Gabbana, he always say, "Oh my God, wherever I am, Romero, Domenico Dolce from Dolce Gabbana."
Yeah.
So whatever I am, I can see from far away as you are. And
Of course. He's so recognizable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just something like that.
What role does emotion or storytelling play in your creative process?
I think that whatever we do, even if we don't think, there's a feeling on it. I mean, if it's good or bad, there's always a feeling.
Of course.
Even if somebody, I mean, you cannot do anything without a feeling. I mean, I myself, I can't. I cannot do it. So everything has a feeling. My art is just the drive of my art, is love and feelings. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
cannot just be like zero. No,
Okay.
it would be impossible.
So very emotional. Coming from humble beginnings in Brazil, what kept you going when things got hard?
Why kept me going? Because I was in hope to change my life.
Yeah.
There was just always something out there, you know, like inside of me and out there that I was dreaming about. It's like the world is more than what I was living, and I was very lucky because there was television for me to see what was going out there. I think that's one thing about globalization that help a lot of people is for you to understand that Okay, maybe you live in a village, like I live in a very poor area of my town.
Yeah.
But the TV exposes you to the world,
Of course.
It's good and it's bad. It's good if you understand, you to do your best and you don't go crazy. But a lot of time people don't understand that and they go crazy. You know what I mean? So I think,
And they compare their
lives
lives to what they're seeing on TV. You would say it's the
Yeah.
best rather than seeing, okay, there's the opportunity there,
Yeah,
right?
yes, television, paper, magazine, all kind of that. And then, I when I was a kid, my sister that we met this family from England, which was a true blessing, to know this family, and I became friends with them. I used to go a lot to their home, and I see the dynamic of what it was a family. I saw how people could live differently than I did, so it was very helpful, and my life changed a lot because of that.
Do you believe artists need discipline just like entrepreneurs, or what are your non-negotiables?
Well, I do think that you can have inspiration, but if you don't have discipline to wake up in the morning, no matter what, and go and do your work, it's pretty difficult because then again, you have to have discipline. If you're an artist, you have to go to the studio, you have to finish your work. Somebody commission paintings from you, a gallery. I mean, a gallery owner, a very serious gallery owner, if they commission artists, to create art for an exhibition, but you don't finish, it's going to be pretty difficult for that gallery continue working with you because if you cannot finish your work,
Yeah.
you cannot do your commission, you don't show up for the exhibition, you don't talk to the collectors, become very complicated. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for you. Let's say you're a visual artist, but any other one, if you're a performer, if you do acting, if you're not really disciplined,
Can't be lazy.
it's impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. So pure talent is not enough. It's about
Yeah,
work
you have
ethic.
to have talent plus discipline.
Are there any habits, books, mentors, or routines that shaped your way of thinking?
I'm very organized. In the morning, I do my bed. So I love to see my bed done.
Okay.
Since I was a kid, I always like to be organized and have my space to be clean and
Any books or mentors?
books. I'm reading a book. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
It's called Atomic Habits.
Yes. I love that book.
I haven't been able to finish it because it's like by the time I got home, and sometime I have to finish. And yeah, but I have a library in my house. I love books. I have so many books, and my son loves books as well. And so yeah, I always like books since I was a kid.
Do you have a favorite one?
One that was really really special. I read a few times. The Alchemist. Of Paulo Coelho, and we became friends. I became friends with Paulo Coelho and his wife, and we did collaborate together. We did paintings, we did exhibition because his wife is a great artist. Christina Oiticic.
So lucky you get the
And
chance to.
so yeah, he wrote something about my art as well, like a little poem. My art is like navigating the river of colors and happiness, something like that. He is really nice. So anyway, I mean, I suggest to anybody very young to read that book or whatever age.
Any mentors in the beginning that kind of steer you the right way, or that you've looked when you were first coming up?
I never really have somebody to be pushing me around. You know what I mean? But to be telling me, hey, do this, do that. But I've been all my life very open to hear people and to read about people and you know as an inspiration, not necessarily people alive, but people also dead. I mean, there's so many people that you can get inspired. So I tell people, like, listen, if you don't have somebody to be telling you, hey, do this, do that, but you can get some sort of icons or inspiration. It could be living people because there's tons of people very
course, yeah.
successful today that you can read about or can learn about, and you can say, wow, this person could do it.
Yeah.
Could do it. You know what I mean? And then there's people in history. There's some incredible history. Like I was reading the other day about the founder of Rolls Royce. There's so many people with stories, amazing, that you can get inspired. So yeah, you just have to go out there and find one that you can kind of make you feel inspired.
Speaking of inspiration, I'm sure you're inspiration to a lot of artists. If you could mentor a 20-year-old artist today, what would be the one piece of advice you would give them?
Well, I say to lots of people that I meet, artists, and when they ask me about their work and everything, so I say, I think at the end of the day, you have to really find what you like. You know what I mean? And if you like that, I think it's already a big thing because a lot of people, they don't know what they want. And so if it's being an artist or be whatever, being a business person, you find what your passion is and then you go for it.
Would you say for the artist, you would say just stay original to what you're making, don't copy anyone else and stick to that? Did you ever felt in the beginning trying to copy anyone else's style?
I think, listen, inspiration like Picasso was inspired by Toulouse-Lautrec.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
You can always get inspired by somebody, but you have to find your own way because you cannot be like copying people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Picasso went from Toulouse-Lautrec to his own thing, and he became an inspiration for millions of artists, including myself. You know what I mean? So I think, it's fine to find source of inspiration. I do think that it's important to paint every day, to share your work as much as possible, because we live in a time that images and sounds are trillions, and for you to remember a image or a piece of art, especially when you're bombarded by images every day, is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, because you're like, for you to create, if you only create like some artists, they do like, I don't know, like 10 pennies a year, or like, time's gonna go by. If a museum cannot attract a lot of people, their art probably will never see a museum wall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because most of the museum, they want to do exhibition of artists that attract a lot of people.
Yeah.
If they don't have attraction, they don't share
And for
work.
people to remember your work, they have to see it, a lot of times. Yeah, that's what.
And then if you don't produce art enough, you definitely, in time, little by little, people's gonna just forget about what you've done.
Yeah.
Because think about it, do you remember the cover of any paper or any magazine or Time magazine like 6 months ago?
No.
Very few people.
Yeah.
You had to be like, really, you're gonna remember Taylor
Yeah.
Swift on the cover.
Of course.
What
do you hope your legacy will be, both as an artist, as a human being?
Well, I hope when people think about my art, it will be thinking about the art of happiness.
Mhm.
If my art would be remembered by anybody, that was the art of happiness, or there's millions of kids out there learn about my art in school in different part of the world, and every time I meet a family and the parents say, "Oh my God, I learned about you because of my kid in school." I mean, I had many situations like that. Parents had bought my work, spent a lot of money because they end up, like the kids say, "Oh my, I want to have a burrito piece," or whatever. It's pretty incredible. So I was really happy about it. So
Beautiful. Last question. What are you working on next? Anything exciting for Brito coming up?
yes, I'm working with a lot of exciting things, a lot of exciting projects. Some I can mention, some I can't mention. And one of the most exciting now is the stores that we open in stores, which is so fun and great to go to events like about 2 weeks ago, I went to New Jersey to Short Hills Mall, and we had the most successful opening of all time, which was amazing.
Beautiful.
So it's actually not the opening, it was a party because it's stores.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It's really always great to go and meet people. I was 4 hours there, talking to people, signing things to them. It was amazing. So
Beautiful. Well, thank you for your time.
no, my pleasure. Great.
for having
I'm glad
us.
that you came over and enjoy it. And come back.
All right.
Terminado la entrevista y me ha dejado con una motivación. ¿Cómo es que una persona vino aquí de Brasil con literalmente nada y ha creado todo este imperio global? Lo más loco es que les mostré una pieza de arte que él tiene ahí, que él pintó cuando él recién llegó. Él no tenía dinero para comprarse ningún canvas ni nada de eso. O sea, él pintaba en los newspapers. Y ahora esa arte que él creó cuando él llegó aquí está valorada a más de $500,000. Entonces, si esto no te sirve de motivación de que literalmente tú puedes crear algo tan grande que va a durar por años hasta que después te mueras, bueno, utiliza este episodio por motivación, porque él es una persona que no es más inteligente que tú. Simplemente ha tenido una visión, ha trabajado todos los días y como tú puedes ver, el trabajo realmente funcionó y realmente te puede cambiar la vida. Si eres un artista, lo que tú quieres comenzar un negocio, quiero que pienses grande. Mira esto. Él comenzó desde cero y ha creado todo este imperio y tú también lo puedes. Ojalá les gustó el episodio. Realmente me motivó a mí para comenzar y seguir creciendo y ojalá que te motive a ti también.
Antes de que te vayas, escucha esto. ¿De verdad quieres cambiar tu vida este año? Mira, no puedes seguir postergando decisiones. Te voy a regalar un video 100% gratuito que te enseñará de la A a la Z o cómo tú puedes empezar a vender productos en Amazon utilizando el modelo de negocio llamado Wholesale. Es el mismo sistema que ya está transformando la vida de muchos de mis estudiantes. Por ejemplo, José ganó más de $2,000 en sus primeros 7 días. O Mariana, que está generando más de $6,500 al mes. Y Erika, que logró más de $17,000 con solo 2 productos en Amazon. Y lo mejor de todo es que no necesitas ser un experto, no necesitas inventar ningún producto y no necesitas miles de dólares para empezar. Ahora, ¿sabes cuál fue la diferencia? Dijeron sí a la oportunidad. Tú hoy tienes esa misma oportunidad frente a ti. Escanea el código para ver este video de capacitación o simplemente haz clic en el enlace de descripción de este video. El verdadero error sería quedarte pensando, ¿qué pasaría si lo hubiera intentado? Entonces, haz clic en el enlace, escanea el código y nos vemos en el video. ¡Vamos con todo! Si te gustó este episodio, bueno, te va a gustar los otros que tenemos aquí en el podcast Cómo Piensan los Millonarios. Para ver el siguiente episodio, todo lo que tienes que hacer es hacer clic aquí.